Hello, and welcome back to more in Stars and Time. Let's continue on. I also noticed on the save menu, getting started with this, that we apparently are in Act 3. So I guess Act 1 is just before you die for the first time. Act 2 is getting to and beating the king for the first time, and Act 3 is now up until whenever. I'm guessing until we break the loop. We shall see, I suppose. I was confused for a second. I was like, wait a second, where's the rest of my skills? All right. So, next dance, same as the previous. Onward we go. More tonics. While passing through, you take a deep breath and... As you gently poke her, she pokes you back. Your cheeks feel warm. Something's weird. Huh? Something's weird? Like what? I'll let you know when I find out. Seeing the things up there, and I was just like, maybe I could get it, and it turns out no, and I'm pretty sure I've done that multiple times, but I just don't remember. Because my memory is filled with the same shit over and over again. And nothing to cement it, so fucking... It's weird and hard to remember stuff when, like, there's nothing to, like... At least for me, to like lock the memory to, because we're just doing the same things again and again, only slightly different. So like, remembering where potentially new stuff is like I remember where like certain rooms are, but like if there's new things going on in that room, or if there's things in the rooms that I haven't done before or need to do differently, it doesn't really like stick with me. The head housemaiden. She knew something about whatever's happening to you. Maybe you could try and ask her what she knows. You pick up the key. You found the rock key. Well, there really is nothing more important in there. Damn it. A spreadsheet of some kind. Say Vogard, the second column, entitled Other. About the 3.5% of people who are dual craft type users like Mirabelle. She might have knowledge that could help us, though. You wonder if calling him king might have given him more notoriety than he should have. I'm just wondering why they're broken. That's the king's doing, isn't it? They're statues of the Change God, and the king wants to free... Yeah, I read all this already. I can't skip through this. Riveting gameplay that I've seen before elsewhere. Okay, good. We're done. Thank God. Boom. Alright, well, I got the stuff that I need. Kill this guy. I need the spurts. Or at least my allies need the spurts. On the bright side, we get, like... I am really glad that we get, like... higher level enemies on lower floors so that I can level up my friends faster. Yet at the same time, we also get things like this, which I believe are first floor enemies. Goddamn. Like, I know it's a first floor enemy, but damn, Siffrin is not the damage dealer. Holy crap, though. Alright, I need to look in here for information on the Family Tales. The book. Ooh. Just looking intently at the list. You take a look too. Looks like one person checked out every single available issue of The Cursing of Chateau Castle. No one here seems to have checked out A Family Tale. No, this is the same information. Fill various novels, blah blah blah. No Family Tales. Still funny, actually. You think it's been a little bit since you've seen one? Sparkly Diary. Yeah, it said no Family Tales. No time. No Family Tales. No Family Tales. What if one of these is also potentially a Family Tale? Dumplings. Nothing of note. Wow, a secret passage! Nice one, but you're the one who found it, buddy. You wink. Isabeau, don't let the wink distract you. Crab, wait! You already moved on. Punch. See, that's what I expect to happen. Oh, I guess crits deal double damage. That makes sense. Neutral damage. Got it. Yep. Books with no titles. List of checked out books. Odil's looking intently at the list. You take a look too. You two? We should get going. Give us a second, Mirabelle. You look at the titles, mumbling each one under your breath. Lost Inland, The History of Pepper, What to Do When You're Sad and There's No Chocolate Around. Ah! Here, at the very bottom. Paperos Family Tale. Where? What now? Who checked it out? Someone called Charles Choquette.
Charles Choquette? Oh, that's the Boulanger in Dormont. Does he have a book you want, Madame Odile?
So he has it. The Boulangerie in Dormont, huh? They sold croissants, if you remember correctly. Well, I'll have to check it out after we beat the king and before I go away. What? What are we talking about? What about you, Sifrin? You were looking around. Did you find the book you were looking for? Huh? A book? Are you both looking for a book? I was, but it's fine.
Hey, are you ignoring us? What's happening? Is this another secret quest?
If you say it's fine, then it is. Let's get going, everyone. Mirabelle and Isabeau look at each other and sigh. So the Boulanger in Dormont might have checked out a family tale. She'd go back to Dormont and let Odile know. The bookcase is filled with books about something called colors. Might as well take a look at the rest of these in case I need them. You shrug. Huh. What's a color?
I don't know what a color is.
I really don't. Tell me.
It's like weird shades. I learned it at school, but it wasn't very interesting, so I crafted a drawing on my table instead.
Wow, Bonbon, you're so hardcore.
They are weird shades, yes. This is a relatively new discovery, so I'm not surprised you haven't heard, Isabeau. But a very long time ago, we could apparently see shades called colors. Yeah! They had a shade called blue, and that's the sky's real shade, and one named Grin, and that's what the grass looked like. I think the world around us still are those colors, but we just, forgot how to see them? Or so researchers say. I think the house over in Corbeau is researching it.
That's such big news! How did I not know this? I failed you all.
Oh, don't worry. We don't usually count on you to know things.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Colors. Shades people can't see anymore. It seems silly, but somehow this knowledge feels familiar to you.
This is the first time we've had that conversation. Moldy old books, one that's written in a language you cannot read. Big sparkly tree on the cover. That was giving you a headache. Book is filled with books about craft skills. Nothing more of note. I wonder why we got that conversation now and not before, when we haven't been given a reason to take any interest in color. Or taking notice of color, even. That'll work. Deli Round Rondo. Give my turn to Sifrim. Buy one, get one free. Goddamn. Curls into a ball. Scissors. Yeah, knife to meet you. And voila. Defeated is the monster. Well, holes don't bring you anywhere. They take you places. Stupid. Broken, broken. Broken, broken is the god. Broken, broken. Something that rhymes with God. It's gonna be so great when Sifrin is one-shotting everything with buy one, get one free. I need to make like a piece of paper, write like a list of like basic instructions for myself as to like paths to take to get through each of the different floors. Just as a reminder to myself, because I always spend so damn long on each floor that I forget what to do for the previous. Also, I'm noticing that even without the memory that gives me more health, depending on the number of loops I do, I still have marginally more health than Isabeau, but that took a long time. Let's be real. I don't have that much health, but that much more health than him. Same strategy as before. Turn it up with Odil. Paper 3. Fucking delete this fool. Expose the devil. Give my turn back to Sif. And overkill. Beautiful. Isabeau's now level 49. And learn Bright Break. Learn Craft Skill Paper Alpha 5. Sweet. Odil is kind of at her weakest when she like the fewer skills she has, especially since all of her skills take forever to refresh anyway. Hell, I bet the majority of my problems can be solved just by passing the torch to Odil with Siffrin and then just doing that. Anything other than like the bigger, hardier foes, like the bomb or the big guy who's just hands. Or this one because it's enemies that are multiple enemies at once. Deleted. Stronger! My impression of Krieg from Borderlands 2. Fucking love him. Odil, you do it. Slap. Get the key. It says, and then Bonnie eats the thing. Follow the script. The whole thing about names. You only have one. You only have the one name. Interesting. Siffrin really has a problem with his memory. A concerning amount. It keeps telling me I should remember this number when I really don't need to remember the number anymore. Oh god, I can't skip this. Okay, thank god. I missed the vials. I need those. It's paper. It dies. See? Very easily. Very easily. Once again, it's paper. It dies. Excuse me, fool. Experience deletion. And it fucking hangs on with 1 HP. This happens too damn often. Once again, I don't remember which one this is. So just throw paper at it because I can combo into paper really, really easily. It resists paper, so I'm just gonna do it anyway. Don't waste the stronger paper on it. It still killed it. Resistance or not. Awesome. Need to pull up my map. And there's my map. All right. Here we go again. Go down for the key. Hello? Game? Fade out from black, please. I think I bugged it. I can't pause. Let's sigh. I have to do everything again. Damn it. Well, that's annoying. All right, well, force close the game. This is one of the moments where I am once again reminded of my age-old mantra that has stuck with me since the beginning of my YouTube channel, which is never not save. And what did I not do when I got out of the when I got back to where the save point was? I didn't save. So we're doing everything again. But now I know that can happen. I ain't even going to worry about the monsters until I get back to where I was. That was the only thing to get in here. I don't need to check the Change God statues again. Sif doesn't have anything to say about anything else in here. There we go. Get the souvenir. Get everyone weirded out by the time shenanigans again. Okay, so she does that. I pressed the wrong key. What is it? Because I didn't do the thing from in the gardening room to get the gardening shears. Yeah, here it is. The key to meaningful change. I do need to get the conversation about color again. I need to look at this again. I can't skip it because it's new dialogue. All is well. There we go. And then, because I still haven't gotten this dialogue before, it's got to play through again. There we go. I should still go back to the gardening room and get that dialogue again. To see if anything happens with Odile. Eventually, if I just keep finding if I just keep looking at all the locations of weapons we've already gotten. Here we go. Oh, I thought I got an additional item from that. Apparently not. Save this time so I don't have to do shit again. Get the key. Some vials here that we can use. Alright. Don't need any other dialogue. Is there some stuff right here? No. They got me. Paper, so it dies. This one a bit slower than the rest, but it dies. All the same. There we go. Thousand EXP to the crew. Alright, this one's paper, so that means it's scissors type, which means I need to use rock against it. Go. Then toss my turn back to Isabeau. Rock is definitely the slowest combo attack to set up because it requires Mira to do nothing. Especially since now we have passive buffs at the start of every fight. So a turn that turn that could be spent buffing does nothing. Alright, so go down. I'm scared to fast forward through this again. You blink and wink at them cutely. You know you can't wink at us with only one eye, right? I feel like you forget sometimes. Alright, let's use this crest then, shall we? Okay, phew. It didn't lock up again. It was dark for just like a moment too long, and I got worried. Then I need to look here. You got the shiny piece of glass. You discreetly put the piece of glass in your pocket along with your souvenirs. This time I finally took the piece of glass. Kleptomaniac. Yeah. Shiny, sharp. Use carefully. You look at the glass jar. The light of the frozen torches scatters through it. Sparkly. Ow. Sharp. Ah! Your finger! Did you cut yourself? Here, give me your hand. She gently takes your hand and wraps a bandage around your finger. So nice, even though she tries to pretend she's not. Next to her, Bonnie carefully takes the glass shard from you. Oh man. And throws it across the room.
Why do you have sharp things like this in your pocket anyway?
Fuck, that was mine. You look at the four-pointed leaf. Its shape reminds you of something. You remember the sky. Let's look at some of this stuff, actually. You grip the coin tightly between your fingers. The bell pendant. Useless pendant without a chain. But at least you can do this. You shake the pendant. It goes ding ding. As if summoned, the funny noises appreciation crew jump to your side. Ding ding. Ding ding. Ding ding. The friendship doodle. Oh, I never showed it to everybody. Oh, I don't get to show it to everybody. Damn. The drawn card. You look at the card. You wonder who drew this. Oh, drawn as in, like, literally hand drawn. I thought it was drawn as in, like, the card that I drew. From a poem. You were there all along, but still you return home. You love and hate this poem in equal measure. You look at the thingy thing. If you had a short gizmo gadget and a secret ingredient, you might be able to make a bomb. Alright, so that's it for the souvenirs for now. Interesting that we get some interactions like that, though. So carving wood. You haven't tried carving wood in forever. The book thief. Nothing more to learn. The scissors key. Beware of rock. No shit. Alright. Back to fighting things on our way back to the main room. Get everyone powered up for when we eventually do fight the king. Like, I feel like I'm playing this like a roguelite when I really shouldn't be. Like, part of the tedium comes from the fact that I don't use the tiers more, I feel like. And that's entirely my fault with this weird self-imposed challenge I've done to myself. I don't know. But I feel like if I don't play through it again, then I'm missing out on potentially gaining more new information, like I just saw with the color theory thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the weird one. Hell, I probably am the weird one. I know that a lot of people, the majority of people, do not play games the way that I do. Go, and then combo attack it into the fucking ground. Fuck yeah. Isabel's level 49, learn Break Break. Is it Odil's level 49, learn Paper Alpha 5. Cool. More powerful, stronger. I don't know what I was about to do, but I think I was about to try and go for like the combo when I really didn't need to. Looks like we peaked in terms of like weapons though, at least until we've done like side quests. Yeah, this thing's weak. There we go. All right. Once more. I always love this music. Ooh, nice. Give my turn back to Sif. Buy one, get one 3 to delete this fool. And goodbye. Easy. 68. Left Sifrin's level 68. Mirabelle's 49. Isabel's 50. Odile is 50. All right. Floor 3. Snacked time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to ask. I know it's not the best moment, but most of us have different beliefs, don't we? Carry my ashes with you. Huh. Carry your ashes? Like, cut your ashes in equal parts like a pizza?
We'd each get a part of you.
Kind of morbid. But that way we can still have fun. A ghost Sifrin to play pranks on me at all times? I'm not so sure about that. You can leave me behind for 2 hours a day. How generous of you. I may have to take you up on that offer then. Personal ghost Sif, huh?
Hey, are we done talking? Because
metal lines. Drop that save right on the floor. Bonnie was listening to you all talk about burial rituals earlier. You know, adults are stupid.
Huh?
I'd like to think about every possible thing that could happen, even though it probably won't.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't listening earlier.
You don't say anything.
But what if everyone...
We won't.
But you don't know that.
I do. Ooh, CG. I won't let anything happen, Bonnie. I promise.
Okay. I promise too. I won't let anything happen either.
Bonnie smiles confidently. You smile back. You got memory of promise, stupid rotten adults. Have a talk. You'll always remember this.
If the kid has memory of promise equipped, they'll be more likely to buff everyone's stats during battle.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Bonnie's more likely to buff everyone. Yeah. Yeah, keep my attack boosted. Nails. See if anything's changed with these conversations. Odile is looking at you.
Ah, never mind. Leave me alone. I'm reading. Go away now. I need my alone time. You leave Odile alone.
She's on to me. Curiously, she's on to me. Click off my game so that way I can get rid of that little, like, pop-up drag thing. I don't know what else to call it. Like, there's a word for it, I know. I think it's bleed. I can't say for certain. But, like, the same thing happens in, like, Gary's mod when you, like, look out into the void and, like, textures, like, stretch and, like, be really weird. All right. Oases. All right. Grab my map for this floor. For convenience, more than anything. You know what? Let Odile do the thing. Aw, not enough. I know I don't need to go this way, but I'm going this way. I think playing this game has been fucking up my wrist because I've been playing it all with one hand on the numpad, and my numpad is like more in front of me than it is to the side of me, so I'm gonna shift my keyboard over a little bit. Ooh. Well, it's not my wrist guard down. Not wrist guard, like wrist rest. I didn't realize it looked like my fucking mouse pad melted onto my desk. I need to clean that. Yeah, let's adjust this to be a bit more comfortable for the old wrists. Take care of those. I only got 2 of them. Dead. Right. I do indeed leave the book alone. The massive chain. A hole here, hidden between some supplies. It doesn't bring you any... Wait a second. It does bring you somewhere. Huh? Secret passage! You'll enter the secret passage. It's just a hallway. Somehow, I feel like we're wasting our time. But I suppose we might as well see where it leads. Hey, secret passage is a secret passage. The letter addressed to the writer's mother. You skimmed through it. It was like someone ran away from home and had to reassure their mother they were doing okay. Drama.
They ran away from home? Why would they do that? Home is where the snacks are.
And also family.
And also family.
You've never ran away from home, Bon Bon. I'll have to take back the cool kid certificate from you. Anyway, people who run away from home are people who don't like their family, maybe. Sometimes parents can be meanies and someone might decide to just leave.
Oh, you can run away from home if your parents are meanies? Oh, that's what Nil did. I think.
Nil?
My sister. I think she told me about it once, but I wasn't listening very well because I was sleepy.
Oh? Oh. No one really knows how to respond to that.
Huh? What? 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 What did I say?
Nothing at all, Bunnyface. Should we look at something other than an old letter?
Okay.
Open the drawer. You got 5 sweet tonics, 3 super sweet tonics, and 3 salty broths. 3 crafted waters. Holy what the? Jackpot! Give them all to Bonnie for safekeeping. Hell yeah. It has been destroyed too. Filled with romance novels. Try not to cringe.
Romance novels.
Romance novels!
Ew.
Ugh. I understand the kid's reaction, but why ugh, madame?
Don't sound so disgusting, madam. Romance novels are good.
I'm just the kind of person who has decided romantic love is not very important to me, Mirabelle. Mirabelle's looking at Odile intently.
Have you never been in love before, Madame Odile?
Huh? Oh, no, of course I've been in love before. It'd be weird if I didn't at my age.
Oh.
I did fall in love for the first time later than most. Maybe in my 20s? Even then, it took me a while to realize what I was feeling. Oh yeah? Why's that? At the time, I genuinely didn't know you could get crushes on people you hate. Ha! Yeah!
What? That's weird. Wait, huh? Is this true?
Yes. Crushes can be annoying like that. My heart has been good to me though, so it hasn't happened to me in a long time.
Huh?
Why are you so surprised? You recommended me a romance novel that was about bitter enemies becoming lovers.
And I never understood why they would do that, but the story was well written and interesting, and I just figured it was them being weird.
But isn't there a whole genre of romance books about enemies becoming lovers?
I thought it was a love trip that didn't have any basis in reality, just like how your heart doesn't actually beat faster when you see someone you like.
Isabel puts a hand on Mirabelle's shoulder. Conversations like these are why I hope we'll stay friends for a very long time, Mira.
Oh, Isabeau, I'm so glad. I feel the same. Wait, no!
Crushes feel like a disease to you sometimes. You want to tear those feelings out. Yikes. But I feel that. I understand that. Interesting, though. I'm glad that I know this is here. I saw the little pebble on the floor. I was just like, what is that? Yeah, it's not what's happening. Ah. No, Odile. Thank you, Odile. Heh, good. Very important dog. Useless chain without a pendant. Unfortunate that we can't use it for the bell. Yet. Easy. Awesome. Shining life. Odd that this entire building, like, for as big as it is, only has one bathroom. On the 3rd floor of all places. Two. Beaten to death. Deletion of my foes. I should try and, like, get Odile to max level. Because, like, Mira and Isabeau have their final skills. But Odile does not. But I imagine Odile has a lot more. I imagine she has at least 2 of every single by the end, she'll have at least 2 of every single element type. Well, maybe not, because she did get the craft book, or the craft ability. The craft defense book. Why do I keep saying book? Craft defense ability. Jeez. I'm thinking about her weapon. Right, I had to go to the mirror room first, and that is this way. So I'm doing the right thing. All right. Mirror. I'm glad Sif still smiles in the picture. And I really haven't gone to the dead end rooms again because I haven't really had a need to. At least what I understand to be a need to. There's still that door with like the weird writing on it that I can't read, that I still have never been through. So I still want to know what's up with that eventually. Go. God, all these buffs on us are so great. I mean, I could weaken this guy with Isabeau's skill, but like, I can also hope that this works and lowers his defenses just to speed things up a little bit. But it's fine. I can still one-cycle him. Just regular attack. Beautiful. Early enemy. Ozil can have this one. Because it practically guarantees the kill if I do that. A kiln. 2 salty broths and some stuff for Bonnie. The paper hands. I can't skip this. Sitting through this again, like that's the same conversation as before. And I can't skip through it, which is lame. No. I'm gonna cut a bitch. I'm actually not gonna cut a bitch because he's not weak to being cut. So instead, I'll make do with just slapping him. Or Odil will. Demolished. Now this one gets cut. Done defeated. This was level 51. Odil is level 51. Alright, so there's some papers in Mira's room that I needed to look at. Horror books. Ah. Actually, a cooking book. Back in Dormont, she seemed worried about whatever was inside, wasn't she? You'd like to look inside, but don't really think about it, Sifrim. You sit back and smile awkwardly. You won't be able to look inside as things are now. Is something in this room that could distract her somehow? All right. Why read when you can have people recite things instead? Oh, Mirabelle looks sad. She must be thinking about her roommate. You feel bad taking advantage of this moment, but you open the drawer. There's some pens, a brooch, anti-anxiety medication, and some papers. Each paper seems to be a file about a different person. Each has a picture of someone, their name, and what seems to be their answers to questions like, where do you imagine yourself in 10 years, and do you want kids? What are those papers? She must have been looking at similar papers in Dormont. Is she choosing one person to do something? Either way, this seems to be what Mirabelle's worried about. You should go and talk to her about it. Okay, well, I got the gizmo gadget, right? Yes. You look at the short gizmo gadget. If you had a long thingy thing and a secret ingredient, you might be able to make a bomb. And thankfully, I know where all three things are, so... No time, not interested. Good. More items. Even though I didn't need them for the last time when I fought the king. There's this shit again. God damn it. There's so many of these things that are like, you try to read this thing, but it gives you a headache. So I imagine whenever Sif does find some inkling of information to understand that junk, then things get a little bit easier. I can finally, like, start understanding things. All right. I have the key. So now we go fight the weird sadness. And then we'll get the knife key. Oh, damn. I was doing neutral damage and it still actually almost killed. Damn. 69. Nice. Heck yeah, I'll kill you. Might as well. Consume your enemies for power. And I plan to do exactly that. Over and over and over again. I just always led with buy one, get one free. So far, it seems to be doing the job, and anything that's left over, Mira can clean up. Yeah, like that still did pretty good, even though it was strong against scissors. This one's paper. Deleted. Star Crest. All right. Now the knife key. See, I could switch off of these and just kind of keep the one that just buffs my attack. But, like, I know myself well enough to know that I would forget to equip them before going into a boss fight. I'm that guy. I'm that dumb. That oh so familiar flavor of dumb. And just regular attack from Cyprin. Yeah, it didn't kill. Get that heal. Nice. Isabel, or I think it said Isabeau is 51 now. Okay. Attack them all. No, attack them all. And I win. Use the Star Crest. Maybe let's look. Yeah, whatever. Defeated, deleted, most yeeted. Bathroom time. You close the bathroom stall door and sit on the dirty floor. You breathe out slowly. Okay. So, you're trapped in time, and that's not great. But you have goals you can strive towards, so you're fine. You know what to do. Help your friends. Find out more about the loops. Talk to the king. As long as you have goals, you will be fine. Why did you loop back? Why isn't it over? Why did it even start in the first place? It was naive to not even think about why you're even looping. You got the power to help everyone and you just accepted it? Why did you think you... Who did you think you were? The hero of the story? That was silly. If only you'd used your brain sooner, maybe you wouldn't be in this situation. If only you'd thought about why you got those powers. If you'd looked inside the classroom more attentively. If you'd searched the head housemaid's office better. If you'd looked closer at the pillar in the death corridor. What are you missing now? That you'll feel stupid for not seeing earlier. Stupid. But it's fine. You're seeing clearly now. You won't miss a thing anymore. You'll save everyone. Save Bogard and escape from this loop. You will. You exit the bathroom. Alright, I have to come back and look at this thing. Their face obscured, their silhouette shrouded, their expression hidden. I took a screenshot by accident. An intact statue of the Change God stands before you. Join them? Yes. I think next time I do this, I'm going to say no and see what happens. I should save, though. Alright, first of all... Sharpening stone. The knife key. Put the knife key in your pocket to equip later. Armory. Get every weapon in the same loop. Oh, cool. Dead. Alright. Now we need to go back and have another look at that statue that Mira made. I'm sorry, why are we back here? Madame! Are you saying Sif was wrong to bring us all the way back to this room? Blah, blah, blah. Rainbow's intact statue of the Change God. You look at it a little closer. You try not to make a face and fail.
Can noses look like that?
Wow, that left eye is somehow above the right eyebrow.
I can't tell if they're supposed to be smiling or frowning.
Mira, Mira, help us roast the statue's terrible maid face. I've read this before. You all shudder. You always found the change belief a little weird. Mirabelle especially seems to think it's perfect or something. You're kind of curious. Maybe you should check the statue again later, once you know more about her thoughts on the change belief. Well, fucking edumacation, I guess. Rabble and such. I also did not save. Actually, I think this is the save point moved up here. Yeah, it did. Alright. Save again. Good. Alright. That's all said and good and done and good. Never mind. Can't go back. Because I didn't look at the book and Bonnie didn't do the, We had the conversation with Bonnie, but we didn't, find the book and have Bonnie look at it and talk about it, so that's why I tried to turn back. I could load my save. I mean, might not be about that. I might have been just the conversation that we just had before during snack time. Open with multi-hit. Still not enough to kill any of them, which is unfortunate. Use paper alpha 5 on the rocks. All right. Trying to use some paper. We'll extend our... What is this called? Attack buff. Yeah, it just did an additional paper attack without me doing anything. All right, cool. I like how it looks like it's doing like, yeah, go! Peace and love! Dead. Cypher's now level 70. Mirabelle's level 52. Isabeau's level 52. Odile is level 52. And then we meet the roommate. There's bomb supplies. You look at the short gizmo gadget. You have everything you need. You give them all to Isabeau. Isabeau made a bomb. You keep the bomb in your pocket. All right. I now have the bomb. I'll take some palmiers. You bite into the palmier. Crunch. Wait. Have you tried every single one of Bonnie's snacks? You count them in your head. Plantain chips, cookies, malanga fritters. Yes, you have. Huh. Just the fact that you've tasted them all means you've been looping for a while. Even though you might be tired of some of them, they're all so different and delicious still. How long did it take Bonnie to prepare all those snacks for today? You're a real talented cook, Bonnie.
Huh? Well, of course I am, stupid. Someone has to make sure you eat good things so you can be happy and not sad.
Is that so?
Thank you for taking care of us, Bonnie.
Thanks, Bon Bon. You're the best, Bon Bon. You all clap your hands. You got memory of safe rooms. What's inside your hat, Bonnie? Something about snacks. You'll always remember this.
When equipped, Memory of Safe Rooms lets you recover all your HP after a battle ends.
Holy shit. That's pretty good. Mira, it's fine. We're all different kinds of upset right now. It's a stressful day. Ugh. I can't skip this. All right. Martin, hello, welcome. It's going good. We're about to fight the final boss again and see what new problems that creates. But we're mostly here to talk to the final boss because he knows things. I'll try not to. Ooh. Are you? Because you look a bit out of it to me. You've been acting weird since yesterday, actually. You try not to flinch. I'm all fine, I swear. Well, as long as it doesn't get in the way of our victory, I suppose you can feel however you want. She's on to me. I don't know how she is on to me, but she's on to me. There's still plenty that needs to be done, and tons more that I don't know. But it pays to be stronger, so we're just gonna keep getting stronger. Doing more than what's necessary just to make sure that things go as seamlessly as possible. Here we go. You remember. I remember you. Is that so? We shall fight, and we shall see which side the universe favors. All right. Let's rock. The knife key glows. You feel more powerful. Your axe will hit harder against the king. So now for this part, yes. You heard this before. The king. You finally managed to beat him last time, but you still have so many questions. Why is he freeing Vogard in time? Does his powers have anything to do with the time loops you're stuck in? If you ask him something, Will he answer?
Oh, fine. You can now ask the king questions by going into your craft menu. The things I let you do, Stardust, I swear.
Ask. Ask the king. What's your goal?
Oh, my goal.
Sif, does it matter?
It doesn't! Your reasons don't matter at all!
But they might. Why do you want to freeze Vogard in time?
Siffrin?
Oh, can't you guess? Can't you tell? Oh, stars. I thought my intentions were clear, but no one seems to understand.
We don't know! We don't understand you! Why would you want to make an entire country suffer? Expect everyone to be okay with it! There must be a reason! Why would you freeze Vogard in time?
And only Vogard, for that matter. That's true. No other country has been attacked. With a power like yours, you could freeze more than just Vogard, but you stopped at the borders. Other countries are safe. Why?
Oh, because Vogard is perfect.
Perfect?
Such welcoming, creative people. Always willing to welcome travelers in. Even travelers with no name, no home to speak. Such precious memories. It is perfect. I do not want it to change. I want it to stay exactly how it is, so it cannot ever be destroyed.
That's so...
What's backwards thinking?
I don't know what about Vogard made it perfect for you, but you cannot stop us from living!
Are you the one doing this to me?
Oh. Doing this, stars.
You don't want to explain it in front of everyone. For the king. He could be the one trapping you in time. The one imprisoning me here.
Huh?
Imprisoning you?
Whatever is happening to you, I am not the one responsible, Bright One. But that scent around you, could it be? It does not matter.
He doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. The king isn't the one responsible for the loops. Isn't that weird? You're looping through time. He's freezing it. Aren't you using the same power? Power over time? How are you freezing people in time?
Sif, could have told you that one if you asked. It's Timecraft, buddy.
Timecraft. You've heard this before. Timecraft. The ability to craft time itself. But Timecraft is supposed to be impossible to control. But can you use it? How can you use it, yet alone do it as such a grand scale?
If the Bright One is bright enough to know of Timecraft, they will not be bright enough to understand how.
Ouch.
Don't be mean to friend! Shut up!
Timecraft. That's something to look into, isn't it? Either way, it doesn't seem like he's the one trapping you here. Since you're here, it might be worth it to beat the king now, so you can go talk to the head housemaiden. She said something before, about how you're looping, about something being broken. She knew something. After that, you have to find more information about Timecraft somewhere. You can always go back and fight the king if you have anything else to talk about. Nothing to ask. Thankfully, it doesn't cost me a turn, which is nice. Alright. Throw some hands at him. Wait until his tears are out before I throw the bomb. A double moving shield. Paper. Paper Alpha 5. Turn it up. Give Mirabelle my turn. Silent burst. I actually almost forgot to use the shield. Because I was so just used to shit being easy. Lower his defense.
saviors.
No, it ain't. Ha! Bonnie does the thing and buffed our attack. Might as well. It resists scissors, but... So now for this part, yes. Alright. Throw the bomb. Awesome. Takes out the tears real quick and easy. Alright, give my turn over to Sifrin. Buy one, get one, 3. Very good damage. Woohoo! That hurt. Regenerate. Bonnie does the thing. Buffed us, thank you. Jesus Christ. Why is it insta-killing her? Yeah, I can turn it up. Give it to Isabeau. Need to boost our defenses. Don't use slow on it when it basically it's his turn already. Alright. Manageable. Heal everyone up. Make up the time. Thank you, Bonnie. Lower his defenses. Honestly, I should have lowered his attack. Yeah, slow him on down. Get some shit done. Lower his attack. There we go. Now start setting up for the combo move. So now for this part, yes. You have heard this. You have heard this before. Paper Alpha 5. Combo attack. Give it to Mira. Give it to Mira again. Throwable moving shield. Slap him a few more times. Throw regenerate on us. Buff our attack. Buff our defenses. speed us up. Bonnie does a thing.
Oh, it is time, saviors.
No, it ain't. With this, I block you. That barely did any damage, too. All right, time for slaps. The worst of this is behind us. We're just gonna slap him. You don't have this part? Yes. You have heard this before! Your turn. Sounds like there's nothing else for me to add, huh? So all you need to do right now is disappear. Mirror's attack brings the king to his knees.
No, I can't. I can't disappear. Not yet. Not when. I still can't say it. Oh.
And then we zone out. You're happy to see them happy. We did it, Mirabelle. Alright, cool. Final boss dead again. Honestly, not even that big of a deal. Aside from him catching me off guard and killing Mirabelle a few times, but that's fine. I'm gonna fuck with Odile. I just saved. She's a crab. Oh, it won't even let me. Damn. Odd that behind the king were intact changed god statues. Once more. Here again. Last time you got here, you looped right back to the start after talking to the head housemaid, didn't you? Is the loop breaking? Wait, is the loop breaking when you talk to her? Does she know why? If you talk to her, will time loop back again? Ah, whoop whoop, we did it, we won, etc. Ugh, whatever. This was quite a workout. My entire body is screaming. She won't tell you, but did you do your research? Boo. Before you forget, though, do you have some snacks left?
Oh, well,
Bonnie looks through their pockets.
we have some pineapple slices left. I won't give them to you. I'm super hungry. That way I'll survive until I eat dinner. See, aren't I so smart?
Very smart. But you're smarter. You should make sure to talk to everyone you need to before talking to Isabeau. Alright, that's all done. Alright, see if we can finally learn what Isabeau has to say, but we probably won't for another reason.
Sif? Sifruni. Sifrim. I love.
God damn it. Of course. Everyone! I'm so glad we managed to win. Can you believe it? I think this calls for a group hug. Group hug! Pass. Of course you'll pass. You and friend never join group hugs. So, group hug! Group hug! Group hug!
So I guess it's time for a group hug.
Yay!
Damn it. You watch Mirabelle, Isabeau, and Bonnie hug.
What did you have to...
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. It wasn't that important. Come on, go talk to everyone. I have some thinking to do. But Sif, I'm glad this is over. I can't wait to go back to my old job, you know? Make sure to say hi when you're near Jovent, okay? You nod.
God damn it. Fucking fine. Traveling one, are you done talking with your companions? Yes, wonderful, wonderful. I'd like to thank you for accompanying young Mirabelle this far. I'm very grateful. Sifrin, yes? If there's anything I can do to thank you, please don't hesitate to let me know. I know you will go back on your travels soon, but I do hope you'll keep in touch if only for young Mirabelle.
It's the same so far. You should ask her something, quickly, in case the loop restarts on its own again. Something like, you said something was broken. What was it?
Broken? What do you... Oh! Oh no! Oh no, 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 no!
Huh? Something's weird.
Is she... Oh! Sifrin, I'm so sorry. There's no way we can stop it now. I'm sorry. You'll be going back. Back when everything started.
You nail sharply, almost choking on the smell of burnt sugar around you. Stars, no, 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 no.
She is...
You're not imagining it. She's repeating the exact same thing as the first time.
Don't just repeat it, say something! I know you thought your quest was over, but it can't be. Something's broken. Something's failing. Rotting. I can't fix it on my own, not before it all ends. If I only had noticed it sooner. I should have seen it, prevented it.
No, 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 she could have answered your questions. Why?
Andy, hello, welcome.
Even though you asked for something different at the start of the conversation, why is she repeating the exact same thing? Just talk to me! You feel a tug on your stomach.
It's my fault that you have to suffer like this. I just hope that one day you might learn to forgive.
Something's broken, failing, rotting. Loop 12. Back to the start again.
God, nothing. Fucking nothing. Literally nothing. What the fuck was the point of it?
Time looped again. You're back here. She really repeated the exact same thing, huh? Usually when you react differently, everyone reacts differently as well, but it was like you weren't here. Why? The king spoke of something called timecraft. It might be time to find out more. You should ask the Dormont librarian, see if they know something. And we get up before Mira even comes to find us. Andy, I'm curious. I'm still very on the fence about this game. I want to know why you love it. Please, if you're willing to share, I would love to know. Here again. You'd like to make sure Mirabelle doesn't get upset, but is there any way to make this conversation go faster? Something like, hey Mira, have you thought about doing a sleepover tonight?
Oh, I was actually just thinking about it. What do you think?
Absolutely. I'll let everyone know.
You're right. We don't have a moment to lose. But wait, do you know where everyone...
Talk to you later, Mira.
Okay.
Heart-wrenching and heartwarming all in one. Fair. Fair. You need to make sure Mirabelle knows how to shield all of you against the king. You tell her about the carrot method, whatever it is, so she'll be able to cast it.
Oh, this makes so much sense.
Mirabelle learned the craft skill Adorable Moving Shield. Again. You watch her go. Something's weird about her. Some loop she mentions her sister, and others she says she's an only child. You should ask her about Isabeau or Odile. Let's start with Isabeau. Isabeau, what a nice young man. So full of energy, too.
I'm an only child, but I feel like having an older brother like him would be fun. Huh? Something feels weird. We asked her about Odile. Didn't she tell you she had a sister? Or this loop? She says she's an only child. Don't you have a sister? I don't? I just said I'm an only child, silly. We want to ask her more, but she's already back to her daydream. My mileage has definitely varied when it comes to this game. Like, there are things I like, and there's a lot of things I don't. But I mean, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't keep playing it. That's a lie. I still would keep playing it. I set out to finish this game, and I'm gonna finish it. I've yet to leave a game unfinished on my own volition. So I'm gonna keep doing that. At least I think I have, since I started this whole Germic thing. I don't need to talk to you. What am I doing? Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. I know how it ends. It is funny to me how the text kind of bleeds out of the text box in that one line. Here, take that. Huh? I wanted to give you something, but I can't. Knowing the final issue's contents must have shocked me more than I thought. Now, can you please leave? I need to lay in bed and think about the ending. Oh, these are lit up again. Now you'll be super fast, I guess. Always attack first. Don't leave the enemies a chance to touch you. Peter, you run super fast because super fast. No matter what happens, we still just can't avoid jumping on that single pointy rock. Alright, let's talk to her about the papers. The Fama delivery again to just break her brain. You already had the stylish bow. The bow disappeared from Mirabelle's hands. You have a stylish bow. You point at the bow Mirabelle is wearing. It looks wonderful. Why can't I talk to her about the papers? What? She looks at the paper she's holding as if you just accused her of being weird. Suspicious. Just don't look at them. Tease her a little. Bring your index finger up. No! You slowly move your finger closer to her papers. No, 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 no. Closer. Mirabelle's so worried at the idea of you seeing her papers that she froze. Your finger gets closer and pokes one of the papers. Poke. Stop poking my papers! You feel a little bad. You stop poking the papers. Apart from that, I haven't seen anything weird. Well, god damn it. Why can't I talk to her about the papers?
Fucking whatever. All right, talk to this guy. Anything about Timecraft? Timecraft? Like, specifically? I'm not sure. You should look through books about craft. We have one here, but it might not talk about Timecraft much. I wonder. Where could you find craftonomy books? Craftonomy? The librarian notices your confusion. Oh, the study of craft in general is called craftonomy. I don't think the libraries here or in the house carry any. Maybe you should look elsewhere. Also, why am I thinking about candles right now? Must be nothing. Someplace other than the libraries. Maybe someone's dorm room in the house? Well, I've seen the craftonomy book a bunch of times, so... Still this book stuck between the shelves. And nothing from it, as per usual. You know what? Yes. Blah, blah, blah. I flipped through the book. Blah, blah, blah. I flipped through the book. Timecraft, blah, you flipped through the book. Wait, Timecraft. You shouldn't be able to craft time. There's a piece of paper taped to the page with a tiny face drawn on it. The tiny face is an upside down smiling face saying ha 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 funny joke. Timecraft not being achievable was the theory for a long time, but the king is able to freeze people in time, isn't he? And what makes you loop in time could be considered Timecraft too. That didn't help. Alright, I do need to talk to Odile. I remember that much. Odile. Oh, Siffrin. You look rested. Anything weird happened lately? Weird? Like what? I didn't see anything weird. Did you see anything weird? Nope, nothing at all. Okay. I'll keep an eye out. I do hope you'll also let me know if you see something weird. Okay, somebody checked out the family book. The Family Tales book. I gotta beat this kid. I have to fight Tutorial Kid. The shit they give me is just too useful. Paper first. So, scissors. Throw out paper. And rock. Beating a kid to get some items. You feel a little bad, but the items are so useful. So don't go in? Nope. Right! The Boulangerie guy is the one who checked it out. You don't even think about keeping it for later and devour the pain au chocolat in 2 bites. You're still hungry.
She says it's her dream to work with me in the boulangerie, and she might not be able to. Good luck tomorrow. Fucking what? Talk to me about the family tale. What the shit? What? What? Fuck. Well, now I'm at a loss for what to do because I can't talk to Mira about her papers, and I can't talk to the Belanger about the family tale. What the fuck? This is stupid. God damn it. What was the main things I was gonna do? Guys, I need to do the paper tree thing. Oh, sorry, I'm in your way then, aren't I? I'll get out of your hair. See you at the clock tower.
Hey, Stardust. How can I help you on this wonderful new loop?
Let's talk about something.
Sure.
Aren't you bored?
Me? Nah, don't worry about me, Stardust. I like being in the sun.
Weird one. I had a question about... No, I had a question about Mirabelle's statue.
Ah, so believers make a statue to connect with the Change God, even in a small way. And some people might have talked to the Change God through their statues. Kinda cute. And it's nice. And it's a nice way to feel closer to your faith. Not that you would know much about the Change belief still, don't you? Maybe that'll come later.
At the end, Isabeau...
Ah, the thing he said he'd tell you at the end of your journey? He mentions he wants to tell you something when you go and sleep at the clock tower. That's probably it. But someone interrupted him just as he was about to tell you. How unfortunate. If only there was a way to make sure you wouldn't be interrupted. Maybe you'd finally get to hear what he has to say.
And it keeps happening, too. Odile seems suspicious of me.
Is that so? That researcher of yours is pretty perceptive. Better not act weird or interact with stuff that makes you act weird too often in one loop. Or do. What does it matter? She won't be able to figure anything out anyway. Figuring out your looping in time just because you're acting weird would be quite an achievement.
Bonnie was looking at a book.
They were! A book about burial rituals because you adults all talked about your death. Kids shouldn't be worried about things like this. What a world we live in. I'm glad that you got the courage to talk to them about it. It seems like it would help you both. And you made a promise, didn't you? To try to keep it.
You'll try. The book fan.
But here's from what their history is. It doesn't matter. What a stupid series. Just go and let the book fan know if you haven't already.
The sadnesses are different.
I've noticed. They don't always appear at the floor where they should be, right?
This didn't happen before I beat the king.
They did not. It's because you beat the king? Is it related?
No theories?
None. But hey, variety's the spice of life, isn't it? Tee-hee.
Nothing, apparently. Find more about the king. What should I do now?
So you talked to the king. Seems like he's using some type of craft called timecraft to freeze people in time, huh? Timecraft. I don't know much about it myself. But as always, if you need information about something, you should read a book. Maybe ask the librarian in the Dormont library. She might know something.
Find more about the loops. Ah, same thing. Whoops. Nothing. Mirabelle.
You found some papers in your housemaid's room. The same ones as the one she's always reading in Dormont. Mystery solved. Well, not really. Well, not really solved. They looked like files about different people, didn't they? Each file was a different person, answering some questions like, where do you see yourself in 10 years or whatever. I wonder what that's about. You should go back to Dormont and ask her about it.
I tried, it didn't let me. Isabeau.
Him, huh? Your fighter apparently wants you to help everyone else first. Scary. Don't you think he's asking you to finish helping everyone first because he wants to ask you something really complicated?
That's what you're thinking.
Well, only thing you can do now is helping everyone else, Stardust.
Odile.
Oh, her! So, she's looking for a family tale, and one such book might be owned by someone in Dormont. That's great news, isn't it? That there's one here, in the village. You should talk to your researcher and let her know. Them, huh? You need to prove to them that you know their favorite foods. How childish. Don't you take snack breaks every so often in the house? You should pick some different snacks every so often, instead of going for your favorites. You might find out something new. Or you can brute force it and talk to them until you get it right. That's what looping is for, after all. What, need a reminder on their favorite foods? Well, so far you found out that they like rice. Well, who doesn't love rice?
Well, fuck. All right, never mind then. Well. Okay. Let's try talking to Mira again. Maybe I just need to select something first. So which one will you choose?
Sorry?
You point at her pile of papers.
What? What? How? What do you know? Answer me!
She has her hand on her rapier. You're choosing someone for something, right? It seems important. Maybe I can help? The fucking battle music.
I suppose you must have more experience than I do. All right. I would like your help if you'll give it.
Experience? Sure.
Thank you, Siffrin. But, this might take some time, so, make sure you have time.
I have time now.
Oh, okay. Okay, how to do this. Sit down next to me, maybe.
You sit down. Mirabelle looks at you without saying a word. She looks worried. Maybe you should take the lead? So, what are these papers really?
Oh, bonding proposals?
Bonding? Like, when you promise to stay with someone forever? Is Mirabelle looking for a partner?
No, wait, that's not exactly it. Please stop looking at me. It's more like, dating? Dating profiles. I'm not thinking about being bonded yet.
Dating? You didn't think Mirabelle cared about that. You're still confused.
All right, well, before this all started with the king, I decided I wanted to, try to date someone. And so I asked a dating company, and they gave me a bunch of folders of people that I could meet and that I could date. But I haven't gone through it yet. So I figured I could at least get that done today and look through all of them and make a list of people I could see myself dating. And I suppose I need help. I'm choosing someone I could spend the rest of my life with. So I'd appreciate another pair of eyes. Or, just the one eye. As long as it's not my two eyes looking at this. And also, I need a distraction from tomorrow very badly, so I figured I'd replace my anxiety about our possible defeat with, this.
Oh! Choosing someone to date is a little out of your comfort zone, but you think you can try and find someone who could fit Mirabelle? Maybe. Let's have a look then.
Alright, I have a few profiles right here.
She moves an immense folder out of her dress pocket. Was she carrying it with her throughout your entire journey?
Here's a few of them, so, you can go first, and tell me what you think, and I'll go after. Tell me what you think about him.
She shows you the file of a strong, buff-looking man. Is that Mirabelle's type? We have one of those at home. We have one of those at home.
What? Do you mean Isabeau? You're right.
Is that worth an EU? Either way, it sounds like masculine people aren't her type. Probably. Maybe she would like someone more feminine? She like someone more feminine looking? She looked through her files.
How about her?
She shows you the profile of a gentle-looking young-looking lady. She looks like you.
You're right. Is that worth an EU?
So, well, not into feminine people either, apparently. What kind of person are you into, then?
Oh, I don't have a type. I like all kinds of people equally.
But if you had to choose...
Someone nice
You nod.
and someone pretty
You nod.
and someone who likes me.
You don't nod. Mira.
No, wait, let me think a bit more. I want someone who...
She thinks for an awfully long time.
Well, what about you then? What kind of person are you into, Sifrin?
Well, you think about how to answer this for an awfully long time, but then catch yourself.
Wait, are you just going to copy my answers? No! Okay, fine. You got me, Sifrin. I'm not interested in that dating stuff.
Oh, that makes sense. But then why... So then why worry about it?
You know, Sifrin, the change belief is very, very important to me. It's all around changing. Changing with a capital C. Bettering yourself. Becoming a better, different person. And one of the ways to change it is to try new things, you know? That's part of the reason the house offers so many different classes. And so I'm trying. I'm trying new things. And some are fun and fulfilling and easy, but you can't just go and only try new, easy things, can you? Sometimes I have to try scary new things. Things that make me uncomfortable. The things I don't want to do at all.
Things she doesn't want to do? Like dating?
Yes, like dating. But you know, romantic love is one of the biggest ways to change. It's supposed to change you, to bring you new experiences, and so I have to do it, right? To be a good housemaiden, I have to do it. I have to date. I have to love someone in a romantic way. I have to do things with them. I have to bond with them. I have to sleep with them. I have to have children with them. I have to love them in this very specific way, and
you don't want to.
And I don't want to. I don't want to do it, Sifrin, not at all. Dating, the idea of being in a romantic relationship, of being with someone like that, I hate thinking about it. I hate the idea of it. I really do. The idea of it alone is just awful for me to think about. I can't love someone like that in the way I should love them. It never happened, and I don't think it ever will. And I need this to change, don't I?
Oh, stars, this is heavy. You're not sure what to say. Maybe, well, why do you need to change?
Because I have to, Sifrin! I'm a housemaiden, and I love it! I love helping people, getting to know them. I love learning new things. I love it all, but I have to change in that way too. I wish I could just not do it, not be with someone that way. But Sifrin, there's such a pressure to force us to do that. And not only that, there's such intense pressure to force us to change. We have yearly festivals all around showing yourself as a person for crab's sake. Most housemaidens have completely changed at least once, and I haven't. Isabeau isn't even a housemaiden, and he's changed, and I haven't. And I don't want to change. I'm happy with who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with the idea of not being with anyone. I'm comfortable with the idea of staying the same forever. But we have to change and bring new things into our lives and change clothes and hairstyles and be even part of our personalities to appeal to a deity that I don't understand that sometimes. I'd just like to stay the same. Or maybe they do. Maybe that's why they haven't. Why they haven't. And now, I have a list of people that I could meet so that I can fall in love with them, which I can't do. And do things with them which I will never ever want to do. Also, I can change. And it makes me feel like a mistake. That I must be broken for not being able to want these things. Because everyone else can.
Well, I don't know about the romantic part, but I don't want to do things with people either.
Huh? Why not?
It's weird, right?
Yes. Yes.
Mirabelle takes hold of your hands. You jump a little, but she doesn't notice.
Yeah! Yeah! It's just weird! And gross! It's awful! I don't want it at all! Oh, Siffrin! Siffrin! You mean it? You really mean it? You understand?
Yeah, of course.
What a relief. To have someone who understands this at least. Understands this at least. But it doesn't fix anything. I need to change, and dating, it's part of it, so...
Mirabelle sighs.
Siffrin, I know you don't follow the change belief, but do you have something like this? Something that brings you joy and community and faith? But some other parts you don't know how to follow? Some other parts you don't know what to do with? Some other parts just bring you grief?
Something that brings you both joy and grief? You think about the stars. It's more complicated than that for me, but... yeah, I have something like that.
So you do too. How do you deal with it then?
You don't. I just try not to think about things that bother me in general.
Avoidance, huh? That feels a little too cowardly for me.
Ouch.
I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say...
You laugh. You know she didn't mean it that way. Of course not. You didn't know Mirabelle held these feelings towards the change belief. She always seemed so passionate about it. The belief she loves so much is also the same belief that forces her into a box she doesn't want to be in. Why doesn't she leave it behind then? You suppose it's not that simple? I don't know anything about your belief, but you could always just game the system, right?
Game the system?
Change things by deciding not to change? If everyone changes in that way, then you'll change by not changing in that way. There's more than one way to become a better person, right?
Changing by deciding not to change. Siffrin, that's not how it works.
But no one needs to know.
Change myself by deciding not to change.
Sounds challenging and fun to me. Right now, you mean it.
It does. It does sound challenging and fun.
CG. Mirabelle smiles at you brightly. You smile back.
Thank you, Siffrin. Thank you for talking with me.
Yay.
Oh, look at the time. You probably had other things to do, didn't you? Go, go. Don't let me keep you. I need to be alone for a little bit. I have a lot to think about. I'll see you later, okay?
You got Memory of Faith. You'll always remember this.
When equipped, Memory of Faith boosts all of your housemain stats by 30.
30? Whoa! Your housemate also learned the skill Holy Care Shield. Holy Care Shield is amazingly strong.
When used, it creates a shield that makes everyone invulnerable to attacks for 1 turn. It's so strong, you'll only be able to use it when you and your housemaiden have had this exact conversation. So if you loop back to Dormont, you'll have to talk to her all over again. Remember that, okay?
You nod to Mirabelle. You wave goodbye. Ace icons. For sure. Companion quest. Hang out with Mirabelle. I can't relate to a thing that they said, but it's nice to have the representation. Okay, so now that means I'm gonna try talking to Adil. Can I help you with anything? I just realized you're genuinely asking. Oh, I thought it said you're genuinely shaking for a moment. A type of book, not a specific book. Oh, I've heard the Boulangerie has one of those. Oh, thank God. Oh, what? 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 Huh? Really? She doesn't seem to know how to react. You look at her repeat the same words over and over. Sifrin, will you come with me? To ask them if I can borrow it. It might take some time, so make sure you have time to help me. I have time now. Thank you. Let's go then. You and Odile are now hanging out. You should head to the Boulangerie. I will head to the Boulangerie. Hey there. Hello. We heard you may have a family tale. A family tale? Of a family called Pipperas. If you'd be okay with it, I'd like to borrow it for a little bit. Ah, the one I borrowed from my girl before the house froze. I'm not a very good writer, so I figured reading another one would give me some inspiration for stories to tell my little girl. Do you have it still? I do not. God damn it. What? Do you know Antoine, maybe? He lives at the east of town, in the house with no flowers. Asked if... He lives at the east of town, in the house with no flowers. Asked if he could borrow it. They knew the Paperos family, you see. I couldn't really refuse. The Paperos family died only a few years back, after all. Well, that sucks. Do you know if he still has it now? I don't see why they wouldn't. I have a sudden bad feeling about this. The house to the east of the village, with no flowers, huh? Looks like we should go pay them a visit. Okay. It's time to play the runaround. Hang on. I need to talk to the amazing artist. No time, Sifrin. Wave goodbye now. You wave goodbye. The kid waves back happily. Oh, hello. Antoine, is it? That sure is me. And you're two of the saviors, aren't you? Thank you for all you're doing. Best of luck for tomorrow. Thank you. We had a favor to ask. Could we borrow the family tale you possess? For an hour, maybe? Oh, the Paperos family tale. I know this means a lot to you, so... Oh, no, that's not the problem. I'd be happy to lend it to you. But, well... I think one of the kids next door stole it from me. What? What? Oh, I'm not saying they're bad kids. They're very nice kids. Very nice. They just... Well, you know the three kids outside. A few weeks ago, they passed by to help me cook some things, and, well, the book is gone now. So, sounds like we should talk to those kids. We are literally just playing run around. Look at that book, Odile. Ugh. Let's just go, all right? Kids. The middle kid with the small hat looks at you from their rock throne. Adults. What do you want? Sifrin, you handle this. Why you? Why me? You're closer to being a kid than I am. Good luck. Okay. Do you know about family tales? Yeah. What kind of adult doesn't know about family tales? Are you stupid? Man, you can't ask adults if they're stupid. Can't I? Look at them. They're short. And their hair looks underbrushed. And they look like they haven't slept in weeks. And that hat definitely looks stupid and not cool. Sifrin, the kid is destroying you. Do something. On principle, you don't give in to fights with kids. What to say? Anyway, do you know what about a Paperos fairy tale? Family tale? Ah. And I think he's asking about... Shut up. I got this. The middle kid looks at you as disdainfully as they can, which is a lot. What if we do? We'd like to borrow it. Trade. A trade! A trade! We have something you do not. Knowledge. Offer something in exchange. I have a silver coin. 2 silver coins. You sadly show the single coin you have in your possession. What kind of adult only has 1 coin? Are you broke? Denied. Ugh. Here, have 5. 10 silver coins. 4, and I won't tell your guardians that you stole a book. Yeah, okay, deal. Okay, so Man, it doesn't have the book anymore. What? Listen, Charlene was being really annoying about wanting it, so I gave it to her so she'd stop crying, okay? Who's Charlene? Charlene Chouquet? Boulanger's daughter. The what? Ha! Ha! You can't help but laugh. Look at the old lady's face. Sifrin? You jump. We are going. You nod rapidly and follow. Bye, adults. Let's play again soon. Jesus Christ. I'm playing the runaround. Child. Hi. Hello. Ah! Hey. Please do not scare my daughter, madam. You get in front of Odile and smile at the girl. Hi. Hi. We've heard you got a cool book. A book? Oh, yes. From Manon. Manon's so nice. She gave me the book. The book with the nice stories. Dad was reading it and now it's mine and I can read it all by myself. But it's boring. I want another book, Papa. Wait, which book are you talking about, Charlene? This one. She shows you all a book with Paper Ross Family Tale written across it. I'm so sorry. It's fine. You got the Paper Ross Family Tale. Finally. You both find a nice, silent place to talk. Oh, this is a new location. I can't believe this took this long. But, finally. Odile looks at the closed Family Tale book intently. Aren't you going to read it? They said I could keep it until I have to leave Dormont, so I have time, but... She's still looking at it. The Family Tale book you spent so much time trying to find. It seems important to her, but why? Is it related to your research? Sorry, what? The book. Is it related to your research? Ah. Well, I suppose I kept it secret long enough. Don't tell Isabeau, all right? There is no research. I'm not researching anything. Huh? Sorry for not saying anything. Isabeau said I must be researching something since I was a traveler here in Vaugarde. It felt easier to not say anything. So then, why did I leave Kaboué? Travel for years, all to find myself in Vaugarde, if not for some intellectual pursuit? Well, I'm actually here in Vaugarde to find out more about myself. I suppose it's not very apparent to you, but my mother was Vaugardian. Oh! I lived my whole life in Kaboué. My father was Kabouan, and my mother Vaugardian. I have no idea how they met. He never told me. But all I know is that she never wanted a child. She left very early in my childhood, and I never saw her again. Good riddance, if you ask me. But she left and didn't leave anything behind. No pictures, no letter, no family history. But what does it matter, right? My father was a good man, and Kaboué was my home. I used to think I didn't need to know about my history, about Vaugarde. But still, a part of me was curious. And one day, a few years ago, a Vaugardian merchant showed me her wares, and this book that she wouldn't let go of. A book of tales, written by her whole family. A family tale. And she explained family tales to me. Generations of Vaugardian parents, writing stories for their children and writing them down in a book. So you'd end up with stories written by an entire lineage. And she was explaining the way the book was written, the rules of this particular way of telling stories, how friendly families shared their stories with each other, and how
had been done for generations. How it brought her closer to her family, her ancestors, her culture. And while she was explaining all this to me, she suddenly stopped. And I was surprised to find out she stopped because I was crying. I didn't even realize. Because I wanted this. This connection that she had to a history that was also supposed to be mine. But it was stolen from me because my mother left. And I never have a link to this culture ever. Unless I went there. So this is why. So I traveled to Vogard. And, well, the king took over shortly after I arrived, which did make things more difficult. But during my travels with you all, I got to know many Vogardians and see many Vogardian cities. I got to learn about the country, its culture, its faith, its people. And I look and I learn, and this is the country my mother came from. It's half of me, but still, even now that I'm here in Vogard, I feel no connection to it whatsoever. I don't recognize myself, and I don't recognize myself here. Isn't that strange? Half of me should be from here, isn't it? Shouldn't I see something of myself here, in the place that my mother came from? Shouldn't it be like looking in a mirror? Like a revelation? Shouldn't I see how Vogardian people act, how they think, and be able to say, ah, so this is why I'm like this? Shouldn't I be able to call this place mine? But I can't. And it feels awful, like my roots have been cut off without my consent. Like my mother stole it from me. Like I really don't belong anywhere. But this is why I'm here still. To know as much as I can about this country. And in the meantime, find out if it'll make me find out more about myself. And I did find out more about myself during this journey, so I'm glad. It is an interesting question, is it not? How much do you carry of your country? Of a culture that shouldn't be yours, of a culture that should have been yours, but wasn't. It may not seem so to you, but to Kabue, my features are foreign. Just small things. My hair being slightly too thick, my brows too thin. Enough for me to look different here. I am other. So, what about Vogardians? Would they see me as one of theirs? Would I find myself in them? After coming here, I find out that no, of course not. Why would I? I've never been here before this journey. But at the same time, I'm not the only one who is either. In fact, Vogard is filled with people who also come from other lands. Vogard welcomes people from all over the world, after all. So, even if I did not find someone like me, I have found Vogard to be full of people that are similar to me. And I am very grateful for that. Odile is half Vogardian. You never knew. She traveled halfway across the world to find out more about herself, trying to see if she'd find herself in a country she has no memory of. What about you, Sifrin? Are you finding out more about yourself in Vogard? Uh-huh. What do you mean? Well, you didn't grow up in Vogard either, right? Do you have roots here? Or were you just passing through? Ah! My apologies. Forget I asked. I didn't say anything. You didn't need to. Your face said it all. Just because I'm telling you personal facts about myself doesn't mean you need to tell me anything in return. It was wrong of me to ask. We can forget about it. She goes back to looking at the Family Tales cover. She'd probably be fine leaving it here, just bearing her story to you and nothing else, but you... I don't remember much about where I'm from. Odile turns to look at you. Huh. Were you too small when you left? Or was it because there was nothing worth remembering? Everything was worth remembering. Neither. But I can relate to you. Trying to find pieces of yourself wherever you can. Trying to find where you belong. Trying to find how your roots might have shaped you. Which parts of you created and which parts already were. You nod. But you know you're not only made of where you're from, right? If that was the case, everyone in Kabue would be the exact same, And everyone in Vogard would be the exact same. Where you're from matters, yes, but it's not the only thing that makes you, you. That's what I realized during this journey, Sifrin. I'm Kabuan and Vogarian, in ways I do and don't realize. And I'm also myself. One might say that's more important than being Kabuan and Vogarian, wouldn't you agree? I do. That's interesting. I feel so much lighter now. Because you found a family tale? CG, look at her. I love her. Yes. And also because we talked, Sifrin. Oh! Thank you for listening to me, Sifrin. You blush and nod. Yay. Now get out of here. I have a family tale to read before we all meet for our sleepover. We'll talk later. Go have fun. Odile smiles at you mischievously. You got a memory of secret quest. You'll always remember this.
When equipped, Memory of Secret Quest boosts all of your researcher stats by 30. Wow!
Craft Break Alpha.
Craft Break Alpha is amazingly strong. When used, it makes an enemy weaker to all craft types for a few turns. It's so strong, you'll only be able to use it when you and your researcher have had this exact conversation. So if you loop back to Dormont, you'll have to talk to her all over again. Remember that, okay?
You get up and leave, waving goodbye. That was delightful. Fetch quest. Hang out with Odile. Well, that's just fantastic. Now I gotta go talk to Bonnie about their favorite food. I only have one, though, and I need 3. Okay, I do.
Uh-huh.
You love rice. And, I know they really like fish heads. Nope, damn it. Oops. You got it wrong. You don't think Bonnie will let you guess again this loop. Fuck! Yeah, but that checks out, though. Annoying. It's probably the pineapple. I still gotta get the flower to somebody. That's fine. I have to get the drawing. It's very important that I make this child, like, super giddy. How did you know? Boop their nose. Habit. Yeah, you're too weird to be a wizard. Kid turns away and ignores you. Not what I wanted to do. Fuck. I did not want to do that. Fuck. Because I didn't get the... God fucking damn it. God, I have to do all that again. Because I didn't get the damn thing for the bomb. Fuck! I have to do so much over again. I have to do so much over again.
I have to do all of that again. With Mira and with Odile. I hate wasting my time more than anything that annoys me. It's wasting my goddamn time. And I can't skip through any of it because I haven't seen it all yet, so I have to sit through it all again. I'm not reading it again. Strap-ins, folks. Or zone out, leave. It doesn't matter to me because I have to do this all again. Go do what y'all gotta do. I'll be here when y'all get back. Remember, everyone, never not save. This is the lesson of the stream. Never not save. All right, that's one done. I already got the long thingy thing, right? Yes. All right, now to go and find Odell. Wait, do I have to? Okay, no, I don't have to do Tutorial Kids fight again. Yeah, I figured. I figured it wouldn't be that easy. You need more than just knowledge. You need Siffrin to have the knowledge. Children. I'm gonna save Scum. Because of this, I'm gonna save Scum for Bonnie's thing. I have a pun. Better be the best pun I've ever heard. How do you keep a wizard in suspense? Kid leans a bit towards you, interested. I don't know. How? I'll tell you tomorrow. What? That's not the deal. Tell me no. Kid's eyes grow wide, speechless. Man. the wizard-looking adult. He said they said you're a wizard, man. And wow. I knew you just said it because it's part of the joke. And I know I'm not a real wizard because wizards aren't real. But I felt something just now. I'll do whatever you ask. We only need the book. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there we go. And we didn't lose any money from it. No bribe necessary. Just words. All right. Finally, we're back to the conversation. I wish I had something to say to fill the time, but I really don't. Actually, yes, I do. So, the whole thing about Siffrin and Mira being ace. It's interesting. I knew a person who had a very different perspective, and they were also asexual. Their perspective was that, like, relationship stuff was just a thing to do. They didn't see it as gross or weird. They just saw it as not their thing. Like how some people like to do, like some people like to go jogging, some people like to go hiking, some people like to play sports, some people like to play video games, some people like to do chemistry stuff. Like some people like to tinker, some people like to work on cars, and to them it would like things with romance and like that kind of thing, like was just another thing that people just to them liked to do. And to her, she just wasn't into that stuff. And it was an interesting perspective. The perspective, like, it was my first time really getting to know someone who was asexual. So, talking to her about that was very interesting to me. And ever since then, like, I've met many more asexual people and learned a bunch of different perspectives. And apparently, like, a bunch of, like, just like sexuality is a spectrum as a whole, like, asexuality is its own inner spectrum. It's interesting. It's something I'll never, like, experience, nor fully understand. But it's something that's just interesting to know about the world, you know? It's like fun trivia, at the very least. I mean, it's people's lives, so boiling it down to fun trivia feels very... What's the word? Infantilizing, maybe? Demeaning? Demeaning feels like the right word. But I really don't know how else to put it. It's something that I use to try and just, like, better understand and communicate with people. Since everyone's different in their own way. Especially when people are just, like, so vastly different in ways that is beyond choosing. And sometimes there's just aspects that you just will never understand. I like learning about people. That's the end of that conversation. That's all I had. I don't know. She's kind of cute in a weird way. I like Odile. Memory of Secret Quest. All right, we're running go and save. And then I'm gonna save scum the shit out of Bonnie's quiz. All right, Bonnie. Let's get this over with. Rice. Pineapples. Okay, so second one is pineapples. Samosas.
But which samosas? Yeah, but you don't even know that. Which samosas are my favorite, stupid?
Is it samosas with cheese with potatoes, with cheese without potatoes, without cheese with potatoes, without cheese without potatoes? Oh my Jesus. Without cheese with potatoes?
Yeah. That's all my favorite foods.
I got it! Hell yeah! Second try!
That's all my favorite foods.
Success!
If you remember them all, you do pay attention to me. No, that's stupid. Of course you do. Or else you wouldn't have... There's something you can help me with. Can you come with me if you have time?
I have time now.
Okay, then come on.
Bonnie brought you outside of Dormont. You can see some weak sadnesses roaming around in the distance.
Friend, You said I could ask for anything, yeah?
Not exactly what you said, but sure, whatever you want.
Okay, well, I need you to teach me how to fight.
Oh.
I know Dill's gonna say I can help you and all I can help you all in battle tomorrow, but it'll be from far away, right? I want to help. To actually help. And for that, I need to learn how to fight. So you're gonna help me. Let's go!
Bonnie ran away. Uh-oh. Towards the sadness! You run towards Bonnie as fast as you can.
Look! I'm not scared! Come on!
Oh shit. Oh shit, Bonnie has a fucking portrait.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I can do this. I can do this!
Bonnie, without thinking about it, you strike. Damn! You breathe in and out. 150 XP received. You can't help but yell. Be more careful, Bonnie!
I'm sorry.
You look at Bonnie closely. Miraculously, they don't seem hurt. Bonnie's trembling. I shouldn't have yelled. Breathe with me.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe slowly, in and out. Make sure Bonnie breathes with you. You need to calm down too. Slowly, they stop shaking.
That didn't go super well.
It did not, no.
It's your fault! You weren't there! You weren't there to help me and tell me what to do!
You frown.
I'm sorry.
I can teach you, but don't go on ahead on your own.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll listen. Tell me how to fight. I want to learn.
You look around. There's another sadness in the distance. You You put your index finger in front of your mouth to tell Bonnie to stay silent and point towards the sadness. Bonnie looks over and nods. You jump in.
Okay. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Yes. What do I do?
You smile. Teaching time. You tell Bonnie to look at the sadness's hands.
That's a scissor sign, right? So that means they're vulnerable to rockcraft. Yeah, I know rockcraft, so I can hit them, right?
You nod.
Okay, here I go.
You take an attacking stance. Bonnie follows suit. Bonnie attacks wildly. You strike. It attacks. Bonnie attacks wildly.
I did it, friend.
You clap. You breathe in and out. 150 XP received.
Yeah!
You defeated the sadness. You breathe out. Bonnie's looking up at you. You look back.
Hey, friend, why aren't we allowed to touch you?
What? What?
Dylan, Za, and Belle said we're not allowed to touch you because it makes you jump and because they said so. It's true that you jump, but I was wondering why, because it means we can't high five or anything. Why?
None of them are touching you. Or none of them are touching you on purpose? Because it makes you jump? For such a simple reason? I don't mind being touched or hugged. I'm just not used to it.
You're not used to it? Oh, maybe it's because you're not ready for it when it happens. That's how it is with Nil,
Nil?
my sister. Her name is Petronil, but it's dumb, so I call her Nil. She doesn't like it when people touch her, and she's not ready for it. Nil's really cool and tough, but she gets scared easy, I think. One day I touched her shoulder, and she didn't know I was there, and she screamed really loud, like, "Ah!" But then she said I shouldn't do it again, because when she's scared, she said her scared brain takes over, and she said she might suplex me without meaning to. Which sounds really cool, but she said she doesn't want to suplex me because she doesn't want to hurt me. She did suplex one dude who scared her once, though. So I'm not allowed to touch her if she doesn't know I'm there. So I always try to walk real loud so she hears me coming. That's why my shoes are so big, see?
Bonnie points at their boots. You nod.
I don't want to talk about my sister anymore.
You don't often talk about her.
She's frozen in time and she's not here, so I don't want to talk about her. She says talking behind people's backs is bad. And also, talking about her hurts and makes me sad. I want Nil to be here. I should have helped her when... Why aren't you used to being touched? Did your family not hug you when you were a kid?
You flinch. You can't remember.
Oh.
But maybe that's why. I'm just not used to it, and it takes me off guard, I think.
Oh, okay. So if you can see me, and if I tell you I'm gonna touch you, it's fine?
It's not fine, but sure.
Huh. Okay. I'll remember that. So, then...
Bonnie jumps up and down, making sure you watch them do it.
I'm going to touch you now!
Suddenly, Bonnie pokes you hard in the stomach. Ow!
You saw me, and I told you, so it's fine!
I guess so.
Okay, let's go. Let's fight one more sadness. I could do one more.
You spot a sadness in the distance and attack.
Okay, I can do this. Watch me, friend.
You smile and join Bonnie. You and the sadness exchange blows. Bonnie attacks wildly. You strike. Tristis attacks. Bonnie attacks wildly. This is different from usual. You're not used to fighting outside anymore. The ground is uneven and there's rocks and branches to worry about. Whoop. Uh-oh. You tripped on a branch.
Friend!
The sadness saw you fall and is running towards you to attack.
No! Not this time!
Bonnie attacks wildly.
Ah! Ah!
You breathe in and out. 150 XP received.
Friend! Friend, are you okay?
Bonnie is shaking. I'm okay, Bonbon. I just tripped.
Really? You promise?
You nod.
Okay. You haven't called me Bonbon in forever. Only Zah calls me that now.
Oops. Bonnie.
No, I didn't mean... Ugh. You promise you're okay?
You nod.
Okay. Sorry. I got scared. It reminded me of before, that's all.
Before? Before?
Yeah.
God damn it. Keep fucking pressing the screenshot button by accident.
You remember, right? It was a while back, when you protected me from that other sadness, you know?
Hmm? What sadness do they mean? You can't remember. Which one?
Which one? The one that got your eye, stupid!
Oh!
Ah! Oh, crab, you stupid crabbing. See, I told you. I knew it. You're so crabbing stupid. You didn't even remember it. You think it doesn't matter. You keep thinking you keep getting hurt because of me, and you don't care. You can't see for one eye because of me, and you think it doesn't crabbing matter.
That's right. You'd forgotten. It was after you all met Bonnie. Before they started barely speaking to you anymore. They weren't careful and sadness was about to hurt them. They're so small. No one else was close enough to do anything. You were the fastest. So you ran and got in front of them and...
Why did you do it, friend? Why did you do it? Why did you protect me? I don't understand. You could have stayed put. I could have taken care of it. I was fine. But no. Friend thinks they're better than everyone. And you tried to protect me like a stupid crabbing idiot. And you got hurt because of me. Because of me, you can't see for one eye. You have a big scar, and you bump into things all the time, and you trip all the time, and you can't see because of me. Because of me.
Oh no. They seem really upset, but it's not that big of a deal though.
But it is. It really is. You got hurt because of me, and I don't like it. I don't want it to have happened. You should have stood there and let me be hurt.
But you would have died.
It doesn't matter. If I died, I would have been fine.
It would have never been fine. I could never have let that sadness hit you. I know you don't like it when we say you're a child, but you are. And as adults, it's our responsibility to make sure you're safe. Did you want us to go to your sister and tell her, sorry, we didn't jump to save them, so they're gone now? You'll always be more important than any of us. No matter what, we'll always make sure you'll live. And I'll always pick you over blinding, blinding stupid eye.
But, friend, I don't want you to be hurt. I don't want you to be hurt.
You can reassure them all you want. Say you're sorry, promise you'll never do it again, but you would do it again. Again and again and again. If it happened now, if it had happened now, while you're stuck in a time loop, you jump in and protect them every time. You protect them all, every time. Because what's the alternative? Try to find a way to save them without being hurt? What if you fail? What if you couldn't do it, and they did get hurt instead? What if they died because you tried to get a better ending? You can't take that chance. You would do it again, the exact same way, for as long as needed. I'm stronger now, Bonnie. I can protect you and make sure I don't get hurt either.
You promise? You promise you won't get hurt again?
I promise.
You super promise?
Super promise.
You super duper promise?
Super duper promise.
Okay. Okay! As long as you promise, it's fine. And anyway, I protected you just now, right? If it wasn't for me, you'd have been hurt. So you can protect me, and I can protect you. And we can protect everyone, too. Yeah?
Yeah.
You see me, right? I'm gonna touch you now.
Oh, Bean. Bonnie runs into your side. They hug you tightly. You freeze until you remember what to do. Oh, Sifrin has no idea what to do. Slowly, you hug them back. They both look so soft.
Little face. See? You do know how to hug.
Looks like I do, yeah. You got memory of training. You'll always remember this.
When memory of training is equipped, your kid will never miss an attacking. Your kid also learned the skill Billion Blows technique. They'll be able to hit the enemy harder during battle. It's so strong, you'll only be able to use it when you and your kid have had this exact conversation. So if you loop back to Dormont, you'll have to talk to them all over again. Remember that, okay? Okay, let's go back to Dormont. I gotta show everyone how cool I am now.
You nod. You both head back to Dormont. Tutorial quest. Hang out with Bonnie. Save. Well, I think we can save here, actually. Oh, yeah, we can. Perfect. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this stream. So, thank y'all so much for watching, and I really hope y'all enjoyed. Bye!